Thank you for joining us today, Odysseus. Is that every day that Hades lets us interview the departed?
Yes, well, I wouldn't be in this situation if not for the storm that Zeus sent us after I ate the cattle of Helios with my crew members.
I'd like to ask you that in just a moment. However, can you begin by telling us how Odysseus behaved on his journey after you set sail towards him?
Odysseus. He was always the bold and strategic leader. Yeah, that's what I expected of him when I joined him on his journeys to Ithaca, but my experience is straight from what I thought.
Could you recount for us what you witnessed about Odysseus on the goddess Circe's island?
Yes, well, we arrived at the island and I was ordered to explore it. And eventually we found the goddess Circe's cavern at the entrance to it, and she welcomed us in. Her beauty made my men lose their rationality. But I tried to warn them. I said that she would trap us just like the Cyclops Polyphemus did with Hothead Odysseus right behind them.
I assume that they all answered.
Oh yes, and they were promptly turned into pigs after they had enchanted meal. But Odysseus was able to subdue her.
You think poorly of Odysseus, but isn't this a sign of his bravery?
Yes, he was able to defeat her, but only with Hermes' help and the moly that he gave him. And even if we were to consider that his defeat over Circe was impressive, he, the man who wanted to go to his home in Ithaca more than anyone else on that ship, stayed on the island for over a year. And only when we mentioned the fact that we should probably leave did he even consider leaving.
Odysseus is quite a paradox. However, even if you have given us the reason to believe Odysseus is a capable leader, his assistance from Hermes shows he has a good relation with some gods, and his defeat over Circe does indeed show his bravery. Also, the comment you made earlier in this interview about your death, you told us you had eaten the cattle of Helios?
Yes, I did.
Did you not swear an oath to Odysseus not to eat the cattle?
Well, I would rather die out at sea than die slowly on that island in starvation. I had to eat it.
The prophet Tiresias warned Odysseus. Why did you not listen to this warning on top of the fact that Odysseus was your commanding officer?
Well, even in afterlife, I don't have time for this.
My men! Not long ago, we were in the hospitable care of Circe. Now, we must be ready for the hardships that are to come.
Are those the hardships Circe warned you about on the island?
Yes. Our first obstacle is to get past the domain of the Sirens. It is essential to continue our journey to Ithaca. Their songs, they will brainwash us. Their character will cause us to be drawn towards them. If we listen to their singing, we will lose control of our bodies. As your leader, it is my duty to protect you, and I will.
And how do you expect to protect us against their songs?
We have beeswax to block out their singing. There's not enough beeswax for everybody, however. Thus, I order you to tie me to the mast of the ship. Protect yourselves, my crewmen, and prepare yourselves, because tomorrow we will arrive. I can hear the sirens already. They're not too far. Prepare yourself, my men. I'm ready to take this fall for you. Here it comes. No! No! Yeah! No! 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 Oh! Yeah! My men, let me go. The songs are beautiful. I'd like to hear them. I order you to let me go right now. Now!
Have you ever been tired of your lack of strength? Have you ever wanted to impress goddesses with divine muscles such as these? Well, come to the Odysseus training program. We'll have you looking like a demigod in no time. I was inspired to create this program after I saw Odysseus throw a discus farther than the eye can see. Now at first I was insulting him, but after I saw this, I was amazed and wanted to get just as strong as him. Now I hope you do too. Take this photo. Odysseus. He was a man that managed to defeat the Cyclops Polyphemus and managed to survive years at sea without even having a boat sometimes. Now, if you want to have great strength such as his, join the program. Look at this hard-working face right here. 201, 202, 203, 204, 205. That's it. Yeah. Go. Do it.
Hello, Mr.
I would rather keep my name anonymous.
Understandable. Can you begin by telling us your experiences with Odysseus after you left the island of Circe?
We were in good condition on the beginning of this leg of our journey, since we spent a year in Circe's good grace thanks to Odysseus' relations with her.
I see. Can you describe for me how Odysseus took the approach of the territory of the Sirens?
He told us he cared for our safety and told us we should plug our ears with beeswax to not be afflicted by the songs of the sirens. However, there was not enough beeswax, and he told us to tie him to the mast so he would not swim to the sirens. He courageously endured the enthralling songs. His wrist even began to bleed from his struggle to free himself and swim to them.
From what you told me, I assume you respect Odysseus?
Yes, deeply. There were crew members who tended to disrespect him, but their disrespect has no premise. They caused their own destruction, such as Eurolocus.
Other than his actions when encountered by the Sirens, is there any other reason you see Odysseus as a compassionate and worthy leader?
Of course, I had died a rather embarrassing death at Circe's palace, and...
Circe didn't kill you, did she?
Oh, by Zeus, no. Soon before we were about to depart to the lands of the Hothead, to see the blind prophet Odysseus, I fell from the roof of her palace. I had forgotten where I was, and when I woke up, I met my ultimate end.
Now, let's get back on track. What is the other reason you admire Odysseus?
Shortly after my death, I encountered Odysseus in the realm of Hades. After I asked him to, he took the time to lengthen his journey home just to return to Circe's island, Area, to give him a proper burial. For that, I was eternally grateful.
Well, thank you for your time. I'm glad you agreed to do the interview with us and all the time we have for today. I'm sure Hades has plans for you.